Hello, I'm Dustin Dill, Director of Municipal and Community Services for the City of Weatherford, and I oversee the Weatherford-Parker County Animal Shelter. And I'm here to welcome you into our new volunteer program for the Weatherford-Parker County Animal Shelter. Your personal motivation to become a volunteer with us may be for a variety of reasons, whether that's for your love of animals, a passion to serve your community, or a desire to develop your personal skills and get a better job. Whatever prompted you to volunteer, together we can promote animal awareness within our community by educating the public about responsible pet ownership, care, and safety. Our volunteer family is part of what makes our shelter so great. So thank you for your commitment. At this point, you should have completed the volunteer application, the background check, and the interview process. Now it's time for us to give you some more information about the shelter and our volunteer program so that you can feel fully knowledgeable and prepared on your first day. This part of the volunteer orientation includes a series of 4 short videos, no more than 10 minutes each. These learning sessions are meant to provide you knowledge about our shelter in general, our philosophy, animal and human safety, customer service standards, and volunteer support. You'll then attend a 60-minute in-person volunteer orientation followed by a 30-minute shelter tour where you'll be able to meet staff and incoming volunteers, witness demonstrations, and apply your knowledge through hands-on learning exercises. Can't wait for you to get started. So again, welcome aboard, and thank you for helping us give a second chance to those animals in need. Lesson 1. Getting to know us. By the end of this lesson, you'll be able to clearly identify the mission and how volunteers support it, cite the Weatherford-Parker County Animal Shelter's program areas and what's unique about each, use best practices in coping with the Weatherford-Parker County Animal Shelter's policies on humane euthanasia. The City of Weatherford first started addressing the animal control population in the 1960s when the first documented impound facility was constructed at the landfill, consisting of only 3 run-down stock pens to hold impounded dogs. Over the decades, the program, and with the community help, has grown to what it is today, a 7-building complex including 110 dog kennels, 69 cat kennels, 12 puppy and small dog kennels, and livestock areas. We provide multiple services covering the unincorporated Parker County, the city of Weatherford, Aledo, Hudson Oaks, Willow Park, and Springtown. Each year, roughly 6,000 animals enter our shelter. The shelter contracts with a veterinarian to ensure that all dogs and cats are spayed or neutered before leaving the shelter. In 2014, Weatherford-Parker County Animal Shelter conducted a needs assessment with Animal Arts Incorporated to address short and long-term range plans for expansion and renovations to the animal shelter's campus. The needs assessment showed us that the population of Parker County grows rapidly, and so will the animal population. In order to keep up with the demand, Weatherford-Parker County Animal Shelter has developed a multiple-phase strategic master plan for construction, renovation, and expansion of its facilities and positions. As we expand, we need to rely on more volunteers to support our program. So what is our mission, you might ask? The Weatherford Animal Services Division strives to improve bonds between humans and their animals through effective outreach and customer service. There are 3 pillars of purpose where volunteers help us achieve our mission. Volunteers help us to create awareness within the community. The purpose of the Weatherford-Parker County Animal Shelter's volunteer program is to promote awareness, animal awareness, within the community and to educate the public about responsible pet ownership and safety for and around animals. Volunteers demonstrate and provide customers with animal interactions. The program teaches customers quality animal care by encouraging interactions between the customers, volunteers, and animals, which supports our mission of improving bonds between humans and animals. Volunteers market animals to the public so that they may be matched with compatible homes. Interactions provides meaningful insights regarding the personality and behavior of the animal, which helps us market the animals to the public and ultimately find a compatible home for every animal. Staying true to our core values is what helps drive our mission. We believe every animal deserves to have its 5 freedoms: freedom from hunger and thirst, freedom from discomfort, freedom from pain, injury, and disease, freedom to express normal behavior, and freedom from fear and distress. Using the core values to drive us, our goals help us achieve our mission. As an organization, our primary goals are to ensure public health and safety and enforce animal laws, provide care and shelter to abandoned animals, reunite lost pets and place adoptable pets in loving homes, educate the public on responsible pet ownership, and always to have fun. Some of our other goals are listed in the volunteer handbook, but our absolute number one priority is to ensure public health and safety. Our programs and services can be broken into 4 categories: animal population regulations, lost pets, animal control, animal placement. Let's start with animal population regulations. The Weatherford-Parker County Animal Shelter helps control animal populations in 3 ways. First, all animals that are adopted from the shelter are spayed and neutered. No animal adopted can leave without having had this procedure done. We also provide low or no cost spay or neuter services of pets through our targeted program offered to low-income community members. Third, we take a humane approach to reducing and stabilizing community or feral cat populations through a program called Trap, Neuter, and Release, or TNR. The second category of programs we offer falls under lost pets. The Weatherford-Parker County Animal Shelter takes in thousands of lost or stray animals each year. By ordinance, we are required to hold a lost or stray animal for 3 days if no identification is found, or 5 days if the pet has identification. Some of the animals taken in are stray pets. Pet owners often come into the shelter where the staff can take them to the kennels and look for their lost pets. We encourage microchipping, offering the service for only $20. Microchipping is required for any dog or cat reclaimed from the shelter. The third category of services is animal control. Weatherford-Parker County Animal Shelter provides animal control for the City of Weatherford and contracted areas. This includes enforcing animal-related laws, ensuring humane care, managing the epidemiological risks, as well as ensuring public safety. And finally, we offer animal placement. It is the goal of the Weatherford-Parker County Animal Shelter to rehome adoptable pets to the best possible home where animals can flourish within the shortest amount of time. Our programs, combined with our number one goal of ensuring public health and safety, helps us create a responsible pet community. The Weatherford-Parker County Animal Shelter's programs are unique from the typical way things are handled. Our Trap, Neuter, Release, and Barn Cat programs are unique in that we save feral cats from being euthanized, as opposed to what's common in the industry, which would end in a cat being euthanized. Under our program, the spayed or neutered cats also help control rodents and snake populations in the community. Our Lost Pets program requires pets to be inserted with a microchip prior to leaving the shelter, unlike at some shelters. Our Animal Control program proactively patrols Weatherford streets to help educate the public about caring for animals rather than just enforcing animal-related laws. Animal Control also makes a concerted attempt to return animals directly to their homes if they are picked up, unlike other places that bring the animals to the shelter for them to be reclaimed. Our Animal Placement program brings animals directly into the community to encourage adoptions via off-site adoption events and expand exposure as opposed to other shelters where they get limited time with the animals.
So now that you're familiar with the programs we offer, I want to talk to you about a topic that is often difficult for volunteers, particularly when they first begin their work in the shelter. It's the topic of euthanasia. Euthanasia is when an animal is put to sleep by a certified euthanasia technician. It is an unfortunate but necessary part of the work carried out by animal shelters across the country, and a topic that most people would rather not think about. While it is probably the most difficult subject to understand, it is a very real part of the work conducted by animal shelters. Countless dogs and cats are brought to private and public animal shelters annually because they are unwanted, abandoned, or lost. While an animal shelter may work very hard to place each of the animals they take in, there are always some that are either suffering, not treatable, or those that have temperaments that are not considered safe for the public. In addition, there may be times when a facility is running at full capacity and unsuccessful in placing animals in an adopted home or with a placement partner. Euthanasia is a last resort and is typically used due to space requirements or health or behavior reasons. Because as animal lovers, we share a common goal for the pets in our community. We want them to have a warm place to sleep, good food to eat, a loving family, plenty of exercise, and regular veterinary care. Unfortunately, there are times when this outcome may not be achieved. Performing this procedure is no doubt very difficult for our staff. This task requires our staff to cope with both emotional and psychological challenges, and we ask you to respect our decisions and be sensitive when talking about this topic. We do not want to add to our staff's challenges by insulting, saying that they are the bad guy, the culprit, or murderer. We will cover this topic more in detail and answer any questions you have at the in-person orientation.
So what can you as a volunteer do to protect yourself from the emotions that may emerge if an animal is euthanized? Here are 3 tips we recommend trying if you are feeling conflicted. First, talk with someone about your stress or journal your feelings. Talking to another volunteer or staff person or journaling your feelings can help you release fears, tensions, or concerns. It can help you recognize triggers, make important connections between thoughts, and provide an opportunity for coping through your emotions. Next, focus on the animals you've been able to help. You can uplift your spirits by focusing on the positive influences you've made with many other animals. Perhaps you helped another animal get adopted. This is a significant achievement that you should be proud of and happy, so celebrate those moments. Third, continue to educate the public about spaying, neutering, microchipping, and responsible pet ownership. There is nothing better than spreading information on responsible pet care to others. The more community members there are that understand and practice population control, the fewer animals will be left homeless. For more tips, they can be found in the Self-Care Tips and Affirmations tool that you can download at the end of this lesson. This tip sheet also includes affirmations to help you cope with difficult feelings. And finally, remember, no matter what you do, you are always giving a second chance.